We just completed a caucus. As you all know, the President was with us. President Obama has been a senator, and he understands the process that we're going through now. In short, he pledged to work with us in any meaningful way that he can. Upon introducing him, told him how much I appreciated the work of his staff. People have done really good work, excellent work. They've been such a tremendous help to us, and I expressed that there. There are still a few things we have to work out in the bill, but the issues are being narrowed as we speak. We're working toward a consensus. We're not there, but we understand how important it is we arrive at a consensus, and we're going to do that just as quickly as we can. If a question were asked, what is your disappointment? My disappointment is we have not had a single public statement from the Republicans that they'll do anything to help us with the bill. Quite to the contrary. And that is too bad for the American people. American people last year called for change, and change is taking place. The President did spend some time going through the things that we've accomplished this year, and they have been significant based on where he was when he took office. Even before he became president, December, 670,000 jobs were lost. November, more than 700,000. February, more than 700,000. So we made great progress, and we're going to continue to do so. Questions?
The 5 progressives and 5 moderates to come together on the public option, and what's the status of those talks now?
I called and personally asked 5 moderates and 5 progressives to work things out on the issues that they care a lot about. Public option, small business, and they've had, I don't know how many meetings, but many, many meetings. They're having another one this afternoon. And progress is being made, and that's not just talk. We've made a lot of progress.
What was the message that you take away from this?
The message from the presentation of the President is that not since Social Security have we had such an issue in this country. And in words that only Barack Obama could utter, 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now, people are going to look back at what this Congress did. And each time they see a child being able to go to the doctor when they're sick or hurt, seeing someone that just because they lose their job, they don't lose their insurance, someone who gets diabetes doesn't mean a lifetime of not being able to get insurance, that's what this legislation is all about. Well, we're not there yet. We're working hard to find out when we're going to start the procedural process to finish this legislation. Well, of course, we have the abortion issue that's not over with yet. We're going to have an amendment in the morning. I spoke to Senator Nelson today. I think he's going to offer that tomorrow.
Senator Reid, Senator Lieberman said that the President didn't mention public option loans. Is that true, and do you think that that's significant?
The President didn't say a lot of things. Senator Lieberman said that to me after the meeting also. But that doesn't mean it's not an issue, just because the President didn't talk about it.
Do you know that he has a position on it?
Yes.
Senator Reid, some of the members have said that because some of these fights are within the Democratic caucus, that the President pretty much needs to come in and take a side on some of these issues. Do you think that's necessary? Do you think that would help the negotiation with
the President has been available anytime, day or night, and I've called him both. Rahm Emanuel is a cell phone away. He always has it with him. Once in a while I call, he's in the Situation Room, but other than that, he's available. We've had tremendous support with Secretary Salazar. He's been great. Nancy Ann DePearl. We've had Secretary Sebelius. They've all just been tremendous. The unsung hero in all this, at least as far as I'm concerned, has been Jim Messina. He has just been outstanding. He knows the issues. He understands the Senate. He's been terrific. One more question. Pardon me?
Healthcare groups are falling apart in Washington.
You're going to have to talk a little louder.
Talk about how certain deals with certain healthcare groups were falling apart in the Washington Post article.
Groups falling apart? No. No, we're still where we were yesterday. We're doing just fine. One question wasn't asked, but let me just say, the Republicans love to talk about this legislation being a surprise to them. We have some statistics here that I think speak volumes. Remember, we had a vote on a Saturday evening because we wanted to make sure that bill that's on the floor had ample opportunity for people to look at it after it was filed, even though it had already been available to all of you and anyone else who wanted to look at it on the internet for almost 10 days. We on this legislation, just the Finance Committee, the process there. We've not had legislation like it's been so transparent in recent history. The Senate Finance Committee had public meetings on health care reform, 53 of them. The Finance Committee had just the markup itself, which was very public, 8 days. It's been 22 years since we've had a markup ever that's taken 8 days. The Finance Committee considered 135 different amendments. The Help Committee, which is we all know it's this bill on the floor is a merged bill between Help and Finance. The Help Committee posted their legislation for some 6 days before the markup. The Help Committee, number of roundtables, hearings, walkthroughs, 47. Number of days the Help Committee spent marking up health insurance reform legislation, 13 days. Number of amendments the Help Committee considered, 300. So for them to talk about non-transparency is to talk about the rest of the bill as they have talked about this not being transparent. They are in a different universe, talking about this bill being for illegal immigrants, this bill running up the deficit, which is absolutely false. This bill running up premiums, absolutely false. The Republicans are being destructive. They want this to be, as one senator said, President Obama's Waterloo, and it's not going to be.